Good Monday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior summer forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the daily video forecast discussion for this Monday, June 23rd, 2014. And it was a nice first summertime weekend indeed. And this is a great picture of what to look forward to this summer at the beaches as we deal with days of rain and thunderstorms and other days where it's very pleasant. And it's going to be a tricky forecast going through the rest of the summer. Morning surface chart for New Jersey and the regional New York City metro area this morning shows mostly clear skies across the Hudson Valley in northwestern New Jersey. There are some mid and high level clouds across the region which will tend to get scoured out a little bit this afternoon, and then as convective temperatures are reached, we'll probably get into more of a cumulus cloud deck during this afternoon. The temperatures are pleasant this morning. They're in the upper 50s to lower 60s across the region, and the dew points are now responding. They're starting to come up again. They're in the mid to upper 50s across most of the northern tier, and they're getting close to 60 in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area. Also out towards the western portions of Long Island from the city and points just to the east. And dew points are also rising from the mid upper 50s to lower 60s across the southwestern portions of interior New Jersey around the Delaware River Valley area, and also back down now towards the northern mid-Atlantic region. Latest pass of the visible satellite this morning shows mostly clear skies across the region. There are some scattered clouds across the interior sections. Most of the air is very dry right now across the region. The water vapor showing the content of the dry air in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. This compression and sinking air which tends to warm and dry out the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere this morning. Meanwhile, to our west, we find an increase of moisture across the Great Lakes and points to the west. Latest Google Earth Stream 9 analysis this morning shows the high pressure center right over New Jersey as the winds are now becoming southwest to westerly across the region. This high will tend to build further east during the rest of today with a return flow to the south and winds veering basically to the south, keeping cooler air running over the coastal waters, the outer barrier islands here later this afternoon. So temperatures start out warm and uniform, and then they'll cool off a little bit with a sea breeze. And also that could occur across New York waters as well. And meanwhile, we find an influx of increasing south to southwesterly flow here with our cold front well back out to the Midwest. Morning surface chart from weatheroanoke.com. The digital atmosphere software shows the high pressure ridge right on top of us right now. Return flow to the southwest. This frontal boundary, which was our cold front, is now beginning to become nearly stationary and develop into a warm front. Just to the west of the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley areas here associated with low pressure and a cold front now snaking its way down through the upper Midwest with rain and thunderstorms ongoing across the Great Lakes. Once again, through July 2nd, we're not expecting any major river flooding across the entire forecast region. Grasses, dock, and plantain continue to be the main predominant pollens in the air right now. We're on the low to the medium side this week, and that should bring some relief to most of us who are still suffering. Today's allergy levels around 4.5. And it's a smooth start to the flight decks this morning with basically VFR conditions, some cumulus clouds, southerly winds generally increasing to around 10 knots. VFR overall tonight, any cumulus should flatten out and probably transition into mid and high level base clouds. Some localized light fog may develop late tonight. It didn't do so this morning. Southerly winds diminishing to around 5 knots and even becoming light and variable or calm at some of the terminals. Tuesday through Tuesday night, generally VFR, MVFR, and brief IFR conditions are possible, and any shower or thunderstorms which move into the western portions of the region late today, or tomorrow rather, and the risk for this is highest from around Allentown and Reading. A brief period of MVFR visibilities is also possible at Atlantic City and Millville early in the day due to the mist redevelopment. But if any of these showers or mist develop, it should dissipate by midday. Low to moderate confidence of shower and thunderstorm development. Wednesday through Wednesday night, mostly MVFR with some IFR possible under any shower or thunderstorm. Chances for thunderstorms extend across the region. Moderate confidence of that. Thursday and Friday, mostly VFR. Low chances for diurnal showers and thunderstorms, which could lower ceilings and visibilities at that time. Right now, outside of Newark, New Jersey, it's 71 degrees, dew point 59, humidity 66%, and the weather is fair. A few scattered clouds at 8,000 feet. Sunset today is about 8:33 p.m. Philadelphia, looking good, 68 degrees, dew point 61 already. That's coming up, humidity 78%. And basically just a few scattered clouds, broken at 15,000, also at 22,000 at VFR conditions. The only watches, warnings, and advisories we have now are for the Chesapeake Bay area, and this will be for small craft advisories in effect from 6 p.m. this evening to 6 p.m. on Tuesday. Winds 18 to 33 knots with small craft advisories. Morning HRR model from Rapid Refresh, high resolution Rapid Refresh from Penn State Seawall site. Basically what we've got going on through the day is mostly sunny skies, a few scattered high and mid-level clouds, even a few minor short waves or weak lifting across the mountains of northwestern New Jersey to make an afternoon shower possible, but the air right now is so dry in the mid and upper levels, so until that ridge axis moves east. And the general trend here is to find an increase of moisture with widely scattered increasing chances for light pop showers towards our south and west away from the forecast region during this afternoon. Temperatures are going to lock in nicely today. They're going to get into the low and mid 80s again away from the water. Then a sea breeze develops this afternoon. The southerly flow pushes the boundary further inland a little bit, with temperatures dropping off into the lower 70s this afternoon right along the immediate south shore and east ends of Long Island as well as coastal New Jersey. Ham Wharf composite reflectivity forecast going to the future. Basically warm air advection ongoing through the period, spokes of energy and the warm air advection making its way across the Great Lakes into western New York. Spotty afternoon showers developing in this flow into the morning as well across central Pennsylvania. Just some scattered clouds around the region, warmer temperatures as warmer air builds in. And basically the cold front approaching Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night probably is not going to make it through here until around Thursday morning. This is where the front stalls up a little bit, and we could have some chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms along the frontal boundary at that time. Going to the beach today, well, it's going to be mostly sunny. Temperatures in the lower 70s, southeast winds increasing to around 10 miles per hour. Surf zone will be around 2 feet. Light swells becoming southeast at around 2 feet in the afternoon. Surf temperature around 70, UVI index high at 9. Be careful out there and cover up with some sunscreen. There's a low risk of rip currents in New Jersey, a moderate risk along the south-facing shores of Long Island and New York coastal waters. Strong currents can occur near piers and jetties. Rip currents are possible elsewhere, especially during the lower portion of the tide cycle. Swim in areas where lifeguards are present and talk to them about the hazards in the surf zone. Lightning detection today will be none, or the lightning threat will be none. Detection will be ongoing, of course. And the next high tide at Atlantic City is already passed. Low tide is at 11:09 this morning. The next high tide at 5:41 this evening. The overall theme of the 500 millibar height anomalies over Northern America over the next 8 to 10 days through about 240 hours, beginning week of, beginning right around July 3rd, places us in an area where we still have our upper low and trough over the northeastern Atlantic, keeping a cool marine air mass in place, a fighting boundary here where fronts and stationary lines will be drawn, and disturbances in a flat westerly flow from off the Pacific continue to move in over the top of this and then undercut it. And that means that chances of precipitation will increase, and there'll probably be a strong thermal gradient that sets up here across the mid-Atlantic region as well as a result of location and depth of trough and cold frontal areas at that time and disturbances moving through the flow. GFS maps into motion, high pressure is in control. We still have our warm air advection ongoing across the region to our west. This is going to lead to spotty showers, isolated, scattered nature during the afternoon and evening hours, and then we get into more of a chance of shower and thunderstorm activity, mostly light thunderstorms, not severe, but nonetheless that will be prevalent during the afternoon on Wednesday and Wednesday evening as a cold front moves through the region, drags area of low pressure up along it as it slows up moving off the east coast. And that clears the coast by the morning with the shower and thunderstorm activity exiting. High pressure then builds in across the region from the Great Lakes into the northern mid-Atlantic states during the day on Thursday night and Friday. And that keeps a dry atmosphere for the most part. We still have moisture here off of the southeastern Atlantic and our stalled frontal boundary here with disturbances in the flow. That means we're trying to keep things dry at least through the early part of Saturday, and by later in the weekend some of this moisture could get caught in our vicinity with showers and thunderstorms that could be redeveloping across the region Saturday night and lasting into Sunday, and before we dry out temporarily, but Monday might not be so good either. And finally, we get into another convoluted situation where we have a ridge access off the mid-Atlantic coast, a trough access to our west, and disturbances moving through the southwesterly flow. So enjoy your Monday, everyone. We'll be back in video form bright and early on Tuesday. For Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Have a great day.